Hello, everybody. My name is Lush Eisner, and welcome to the Canadian Money Talk, the channel about Canadian investing and personal finance. Please like and subscribe. I record a video per week, so make sure you ring the notification bell to get notified each time one comes out. There are money moves we should be making at certain times in our lives. Once you get to retirement, these are some things you should look at doing. This is part of a series on what to look at doing financially at different times in your life. The retirement phase of your life is a drawdown phase where you start pulling money out of the retirement portfolios. This can be difficult for people who have been saving their whole lives and enjoyed seeing their portfolio balances going up. Now is the time to enjoy your life and money, and you may even consider a budget of minimums as well as maximums of how much you need to spend. If you are 100% sure you'll never run out of money to authorize yourself to spend. As a general rule of thumb, you should have 8 times your last income saved by the age of 60 and 10 times by the age of 67. Run the bucket portfolio to avoid having to sell from your portfolio during a market downturn, but also prevent inflation from eating away at your spending power. The bucket portfolio should bring down the risk of your portfolio, but keep some money in stocks, since if you are healthy, you'll need some money for 20 plus years. The bucket strategy has 3 buckets of 2 years of spending in cash in the first bucket, 8 years of spending in safe, large companies and dividend payers and bonds in the second bucket, and the rest of your portfolio in stocks in the third bucket. The cash bucket prevents you from having to sell your portfolio after it has gone down, so it is your safety bucket, which will not beat inflation. The stock bucket is bucket 3 to allow your portfolio to outgrow inflation, although it will have a lot of volatility. Look at your RRSPs and know you have to start pulling money out at 71 after converting the RRSPs to a RIF. These are the percentages you'll need to pull each year. The percentages are as of December 31st RRSP balance of the previous year. If you have significant RRSPs, say over 500,000 in today's dollars, you may end up in a high tax bracket when being forced to pull large amounts out of your RRSPs. So if this is happening, try to pull the money out early before you have to in an RRSP meltdown to spread the amounts over more years and be in lower tax brackets. Generally, it is suggested to keep registered accounts compounding longer and live off the non-registered accounts first, but the goal ultimately is to keep your income flat to keep you in lower tax brackets. The RSP meltdown is the exception to the rule of keeping registered accounts invested and withdraw them last. Consider using a paid-by-the-hour financial advisor to help you with portfolio decisions and as a check-in, and an accountant to give an opinion on the tax approach in retirement. Understand the withdrawal rate and dollar amount your portfolio will support, where you can use the 4% rule, which says spending 4% of your portfolio's initial value adjusted for inflation will make the portfolio last 35 years. To put it another way, your portfolio needs to be 25 times your annual spending that you're predicting in retirement. Consider getting a financial advisor plan to help you understand how much you can pull out of your accounts during retirement. A lot of this also depends on whether you want to spend your last dollar on your last day or want to leave something for the kids, charity, etc. Regarding old age security and the Canadian pension plan, you have likely started looking at them already. But if you haven't, and if you don't need them right now or expect to live past your 80s, consider waiting until 70 to take both, since you will get greater payouts. A rule of thumb regarding the longevity is take the CPP at 60 if you think you'll live to 74 or less. Take the CPP at 65 if you think you're going to live between 74 and 82 years old. and take the CPP at 70 if you think you will live past 82. Discuss with your accountant the benefits of income splitting of certain incomes with your spouse to even out the income between you two so you pay less taxes overall. Always look to each of you have 50,000 in income rather than one spouse have 100,000 and the other one have nothing. Downsize if the kids are out of the house, or pull equity out of the house using a reverse mortgage or a home equity line of credit, but be aware of the fees. Ensure you have a living will and a will if you are no longer able to make decisions for yourself or when you pass away. Have a conversation about who is getting what with those people, so you don't saddle them with the lake house that you really wanted them to like, but they did not. Have all these affairs in order and communicate so all is clear and your loved ones understand your wishes, but also to avoid transferring the aforementioned lake house between your family members. Talk to them and change your will if needed. Consider end-of-life care and long-term care insurance, but if you want to stay in place and will just need someone to come in once in a while, you can remain self-sufficient and it will be cheaper. To give you an idea of your retirement spending and the portfolio you will require, retirement spending is about 70% of the expenses you had while working, but this number varies widely by individual. Check the portfolio size that is needed to support your spending via the 4% rule. And also note that in retirement, people initially spend a lot of money, perhaps even more than when they were working, as they travel or have fun, which costs more money, making up for lost time. Once they get that out of their system or are no longer physically capable of it, they slow down and stay home except to go see the grandkids. Towards end of life, the spending goes up as they live in assisted living facilities or undergo medical procedures to extend their lives by even a small amount. These three phases are the go-go years, the slow-go years, and the no-go years, and the spending looks like a cow's horns. In a non-financial aspect of this age, you should retire only when you know what will replace your work in your life, give you a reason to get up in the morning, and give you satisfaction. You'll need something to do, and while having a couple of days off to yourself to catch up on your favorite TV show seems great when you're working 10-hour days, as the free days turn into months and years, you will eventually need something to do. Have multiple hobbies, friends, sports, and this will go a long way towards having something to do. Keep social connections to replace the work connections you had, although you will have to find new friends, as your work friends likely were only your friends while you were working with them, and the work was the only thing that you had in common. You can even consider working part-time, whether volunteering or to make extra money at a job that you enjoy, to keep the social connections going and to stay connected and engaged. So these are some financial and non-financial items you should consider once you enter retirement. Did I miss anything? Please let me and other viewers know in the comments. If you have any requests on what you'd like me to cover in future videos, please put that in the comment section. If you'd like to get in touch, please reach out on any of these social media channels, and may you have a profitable day.